welcome to Charlize. We'll figure it out. I'm so glad to have you here. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell them your socials, how they can reach you, where they can hear you, where they can, do all the things.
You already know it's your boy, Irv Da God, IRV_DA_GOD, the one and only Irv Da God in the world. You know what I'm saying? We trademark, you know what I mean? But, yeah, Irv Da God, man, originally from Queens, New York, but I'm here in Vegas.
Man, I love New York.
Yeah,
New York is one of my favorite. When did you come to Vegas?
I came to Vegas like 2012. I used to come here on vacation all the time, but I officially moved here like 2012. Yeah.
You've been here for a minute then.
Yeah, I'm Vegas native, man. Irv, Irv stands for I Run Vegas.
I heard. I feel like you said that in something one time. I heard it somewhere. I won't even lie. Sometimes I don't pay attention. I don't know. It is what it is. So, guys, I know normally I start this off by saying what I'm going to figure out. This episode, I don't really know what I'm figuring out. We're just going to say I'm figuring Irv out, It just is what it is. But
Don't get to know me.
I want to start with something a little fun.
Okay.
So we're going to play a game. Mainly, you're going to play a game.
Oh, I play a lot of games. I love games.
I'm just kind of going to ask you them. So we're going to do a rapid fire. So you have to answer fast. You don't get a break. You don't get to think about it. I just need your quick, fast answer for all of these questions. Try to keep it short and simple.
Okay.
If I want to know something more, I'm definitely going to ask you. I'm going to stop you to ask you. But we're going to do this fast.
All right.
So the first one. What song is always playing in your head?
Shit. They Not Like Us.
Okay. I like that one. That was a good one. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever posted on social media?
Most embarrassing thing?
Make it juicy, but fast. Come on.
Embarrassing? I don't really have embarrassing moments, but I could say, shit.
Too late. All right, you lost that one.
Okay.
He's 1 point down.
1 point.
Down one. Okay. Can you do a quick impression of another person? Something fast. Think of just someone. Give me an impression.
Hey, yo, it's the kid 50 Cent, man. That's all I know. We from Queens, nigga.
So we know.
I'm not an impersonator.
You're not an impersonator.
But you could impersonate any voice inside your head if you think about it.
You probably could. I believe that.
Yeah.
But we just know, that's not your strong suit. You might be good at other things.
Yeah, I'm not good.
Not impersonating.
Yeah.
We're gonna skip that one.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. What's your porn search?
Porn search?
This is gonna be a fun one. What's your porn search?
I don't know, but I'm gonna keep it real. I like gothic porn.
Gothic porn?
I like those pagan girls.
What?
Yeah, like the ones with all the tattoos and they
No, I get it.
They sexy as hell. It's like something that you don't get in your everyday life. So when I look at it, when I do, because I don't really watch porn, but when I do look at it, I like to see the pagan girls.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like we all have like that one little thing that
they like weird freaks.
All right, we'll change it.
All right, we'll change it.
What's the weirdest talent that you have that no one knows about, or I'm sure someone knows about it, but that not a lot of people know about?
The weirdest talent?
Mm-hmm.
I could juggle.
You can juggle?
Yeah, anything.
Y'all got 3 items to juggle.
I could juggle. Oh, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna juggle your chain, the lipstick, and juggling. There you go.
Okay.
That's me in life. I'm juggling everything.
Okay. I actually like that one. I don't think I could juggle for shit. I could probably juggle 2 items.
I've been juggling all my life.
Really? What got you into that? I know it's supposed to be rapid fire, but now I want to know.
Probably when you home bored by yourself as a kid and you're trying to just do shit.
Oh yeah, I've tried to do a lot of weird shit.
Backflipping, I'm juggling. I wanted to be in the whole circus.
I would be in a circus right now. I wish. I would love to do that. I think that's my next thing. I want to go and try aerial classes. I want to figure out how to be an aerial artist. I feel like I'd be good at it. I feel like I'm flexible. I feel like I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna join a circus only for a day though.
Yeah, I try to do stuff about.
Can we figure that out? Can we figure out how I can join a circus?
Yeah, you gotta be able to hold your body weight though.
I can typically hold my body weight. I'm pretty. I may look like I'm weak. I'm not that weak. All right.
Weak at all.
Would you rather be able to speak every language or be able to talk to animals?
I'm talking to them animals.
Man, I want to know what dogs have to say about me. Yeah. I'm sure them especially when I come home from not being home for a little while.
Yeah.
They're probably like, this bitch.
Right.
But they're so happy, so it's I don't know if they're happy and I missed you so much, or if they want to be cussing me out, but they're so happy to see me.
I talk to my dog all the time, so I kind of.
But your dog doesn't respond.
No, she responds.
But
you don't know my dog. I got a Rottweiler. They speak a couple of languages.
My dogs speak, but you don't know what they're saying exactly, like word for word.
I'm like, you hungry? She be like,
but that's different.
She understands.
I would say, yeah. Okay.
Shout out to Shade.
All right. I feel like dogs talk, but they can't talk to us in the same way that we can talk to each other.
I'm a human dog, so I speak dog.
Okay.
I speak dog.
Speaking of you being a human dog, we're gonna pause on this game. We're gonna come back to this game in a second.
Right.
So, what's this, lady situation? I feel like I've heard so many stories about you and women and other women showing up when other women are there, or other women calling when other women are there. Like, what's up?
Women are nosy in life, man. So it's like
Detectives, yeah.
Yeah, they want to know everything. So it might be a situation where I'm just chilling with a friend, then another friend want to just be nosy because she be like, hey, I ain't chilling with him today. You know what I'm saying? And then, then that's when the confusion starts.
So
but not bad confusion. It's just like misunderstanding confusion.
But is it misunderstanding because you're not communicating fully with them, or is it misunderstanding because they just want to be delusional?
It's both.
Both.
Yeah.
So you're taking ownership for the fact that sometimes you don't communicate properly.
I'm not communicating unless I have to. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to speak and say anything.
Okay, so if you and I were dating and I'm like, so what's up? Like, and we all have those people that we really, really like.
Right.
So, and then I ask you a question like, so, is it just me, or like, are you seeing other people? Like, what are you gonna say? You gonna be like, no, baby, it's just you, or are you gonna be like, bitch,
it depends.
I got a whole lot of them.
If it's just you, then I'm gonna say it's just you. But if it's like I'm single and we're just dealing with each other, I'm just say you have to just earn your place. I've been hurt before, so you know what I'm saying. We all been hurt some way. But
is there anybody right now who thinks that it's just them?
No, they shouldn't think that at all because I'm not tied down to anything. I'm a single man. Unfortunately,
I was just wondering because again, like I said, there's been things, and there's rumor mills. Like obviously, there's rumor mills of everything, but I just was wondering because I've heard some things, and I'm like, I want to be a fly on the wall. I want to know what people are saying. I want to just like hear. I want to be like.
I think as long as people have mouths and a mind, there's always gonna be something to be said. If you're important in life and people just love your energy, whether it's good or bad, they're gonna say something. So I take the good and the bad.
That makes sense. What is the craziest thing that you feel like has happened with you and like, someone you're seeing and then another person you're seeing?
I remember one time I was going to a club and I knew that person I was dealing with was at the club, but I had to come in with like 5 shorties because it was it was an event. So I had to come in with 5 shorties and another girl that didn't like each other. So I still pulled up anyway, and I was telling my producer, I was like, watch this, somebody gonna fight, because I knew it,
Did they fight?
Oh, they fought, but it was a.
Did you warn the other girl, or you didn't warn her?
Nah, it was no warning. It was just like, let's just see what happens.
So you weren't really, you didn't really care that much about her.
No, I did, but it's not going to be like if it's going to be a dangerous situation, you're not going to put them in that. But if it's like a little cat fight and there's security in the club, come on, they're going to stop that shit, man. I'm not going to stop my appearance. I got paid to be there.
No, that makes sense. No, that part makes sense. I'm just saying, like, if it was someone you really, really liked or you were really fucking with, like, I feel like.
Oh no, if it was someone I like, I wouldn't have put them.
I would have been like, hey, I'm just letting you know that obviously anybody who's dating you like has to know that you have certain appearances, you have certain things to hold. Like I feel like no matter what, there's so many different jobs where that is what it is. Like you have those appearances to make. So I just was asking, like, obviously, if you really fucked with her, you probably would have been like, hey, baby, listen.
Yeah.
I'm bringing bitches.
I mean.
And she probably, I feel like women now will just be like, that's okay. Especially when you're if you have any sort of status, like name, anything.
Right.
Women, a lot of times now, are willing to accept any and everything. So.
Right. That's what I expect. I mean, if I'm taking a woman serious, I just expect her to trust me. And unless I'm married or something like that, I mean, I'm free to do whatever I need to do as far as my career. But I'm never going to sit here and blatantly put somebody in harm's way or play somebody in their face. I'm not like that. I don't disrespect people. But, depending on how the girl done acted in the situation she had with me is what she, how she going to get treated back.
So who won the fight?
Nobody won because they wasn't really fighting. They was just Catnipping, baby, catnipping.
That's not very much fun.
I don't want to see females fight. I don't condone that, man.
I don't necessarily condone it either, but if they were gonna do it, like if you felt the need in a public place to just behave that way, you should have just made it, you know?
Listen, I blame the TV shows because before all these, I ain't even gonna say no names, but before all these TV shows happened,
I'll say a name. All the bad girls, baddies.
Yeah, let her say
all
it.
this.
But you know, they fighting all the time, and it's not. I mean, shout outs to them, but I don't really look at that as entertainment. I look at that as just ego flying around. It typically
is an ego, but I feel like egos now isn't entertainment. Like even like too, like and that's obviously like I asked you the question. I wanted to know what you're feeling because that's entertaining to me.
Right.
So what happens? Like it's not one of those things where it's necessarily like when I'm in public, I don't want to see people like women fighting, whatever.
Right.
Obviously there's stories behind it. Obviously people are gonna like it. Obviously social media, especially now with the age of social media, people are going to like that and they're gonna want to see it. It can sometimes be exciting.
Right. It is exciting because it's entertainment, but at the same time, man, we don't.
When you're in the middle of it, no.
I'm like a peaceful person most of the time too. You know, I got on my spiritual side, so I like to see peace. You know.
That's what I wanted to know a little bit more about too. Like I know you're, big into like philanthropy. You're big into like you have a healing boutique. What's the what's the deal with that? I know, you post about it, you talk about it. Like I've heard different things. Like what's all going on with that?
I have a crystal shop on Flamingo Road. It's the only crystal shop on Flamingo in Las Vegas.
What's it called? It's
called Healing Arts Boutique. And we all, I'm about arts. Also about healing, and it's a boutique, so it's small. It's not like a big shop. I mean, it's big because you can rent space out. But I did it for myself first because I used to have like a lot of foreign cars and stuff. So I said, let me take away 1 or 2 cars and then go get a boutique. So this is a place where I can go meditate, where I can sell crystals and different things like that for healing. Like if somebody, I might have a crystal on me. Let me see if I have one today on me. Oh look, I'm gonna give you one. I always got something. See, look, see, I always got a crystal on me. So this is a clear quartz. I mean, this is a citrine right there. So that's for money. So I always got, I always give people stuff and all that.
Irv said it here. He wants me to have lots of money in life.
So I just gave you some wealth in your life. Oh yeah,
gonna put it in my pocket.
Yeah. So when you start making money, just think about me. I don't need nothing.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Just think about me.
I love that. I feel like we need more of that, and I feel like too, so many times, I feel like as people, especially, the industry that you're in, so many people automatically look at everything like you're not in this healing thing, you're not in this. You're automatically labeled as one thing, and especially too, like even as a black man, like let's be real. You're labeled as one thing, so the fact that you do a lot more and you have something else, I feel like that's a beautiful thing. And I feel like,
Yeah, in Vegas, they label you as whatever they want to call you out here. Out here. And I don't like that. Like, in New York, we hustlers, you know what I'm saying? And like, when we out there, we got to survive to live. In Vegas, it's so much opportunity and land and, free will out here. I could be anywhere, and if I don't want to be found, I'm not found. In the hood, when we in New York, you in the projects, you in a small. I grew up in the projects out there, so it was just, it's a little bit more harder and tougher. But when you come out here, I'm not gonna say what they label you as, but they'll label you as something that you're not. So you gotta kind of change the game. Like, listen, I got businesses, I have this, I have that. I'm not just your typecast,
So what do you feel like was like? Obviously, you said you had your cars, you did all of this, like that's what you were, buying. What do you feel like was the switch for you, like in your head, that made you say, hey, you know what, I want to be more than just this. Like I want to be more than what everyone, what you're being labeled as, or whatever the case may be. What was that switch that made you say, hey, you know what, it's time for this?
I mean, when I came to Vegas like welcomed me. Like Vegas gave me everything that I asked for. I was in New York. I was doing good out there. I was in the hood, had 2 cars. Had the bad little shorty and stuff like that. But we wound up separating. And I remember her whole family robbed my house. They came to my crib. They took the TVs off the wall.
Someone's got a crazy
I was sitting in the crib, cause you go after spending years with somebody, your holidays.
You know
what I'm saying? So I guess, I'm always dating like a different ethnicity. I'm the black guy with the different ethnicity girlfriend. And then I guess,
Have you ever dated a black girl?
Yeah, I did. When I was younger, I did.
Do you feel like there's a reason you choose not to?
No, I love black women. Don't get it twisted. But it's just that the lifestyle that I live, you know, sometimes black women might not be up for that, but then they might be. It just depends. If I lived in Atlanta or probably lived in
Vegas is just a diverse
Houston,
part too, so it's
yeah,
like,
it's diverse. I like mixed. You know, my kids is mixed. I just, you know, but I have no preference. I love all colors, all women.
you just love women.
I love women. I ain't gonna lie. I love them.
We could tell.
Yeah.
We could tell.
And hopefully they love me too.
You know, I'm sure there's some of them who do.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some.
But there's
of them
no
who do.
preference. There's no preference, man. I love all my people. You know.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you switched. You came here.
Yeah.
You know, from that, I know we got off topic, which you know, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
So you came here.
Oh yeah.
After everything got robbed, like everything, like.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go to Vegas and I'm gonna turn up, you know, cause I was like, Vegas was calling me. I came here. Yeah.
Vegas life. That life.
Yeah.
Vegas has that thing. What happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas.
doesn't always, but you know.
Yeah, it ain't stay. I did a lot of shit out here and it ain't stay there.
Well, you also too. You have a name. Like people are gonna say something like, you're gonna hear stuff.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
But when I came here, it accepted me. It brought me here. Like I remember the first week I was here, I was at I think it was called One Oak back then at the Mirage.
At the Mirage.
And it was this badass Spanish girl just coming out. She looked at me. I had a little jean outfit on, come from New York, and she was like, "Yo, come with me." So I'm like, "Okay." I'll go to the crib. She got a little mansion, a little nice house, and she got like 4 or 5 girls in there, and they just dancing, doing, you know, what they was doing. And I'm just in there, and I'm coming from the hood, from New York.
That
so I'm
in
like,
a relationship too, like out of relationship.
out of relationship. So we in there, but it was one girl that was in there. She was scared of me. She was like, I don't want to go by him. So I didn't understand it. I didn't understand why. But I guess the pimps out here. She thought I was a pimp. You
Ooh,
feel
there's
me?
a whole lot of them here in Vegas.
Yeah. So I guess that was the criteria. But I didn't understand that language back then. I was just having fun. So when I saw that, man, I called my peoples up. And I'm like, man, it's crazy out here. Then I think I made my first like 60,000 in cash, euro, chips, and then that's when I started calling the family back home. Like, yo, there's some money out here. I think
I'm about to change it.
I'm about to switch the game up.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I feel like when you find something and you find a home, like it's different. Like I moved here obviously like when I was in high school, so it was definitely a little different for me. Like my family was doing a whole lot here. My family life is wild, crazy. But I kind of saw so many different things. But I feel like even for me, this is always like my safe space. Like when I got divorced, came back here, when even, during part of our marriage, we were here, like whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like this holds a home. Like obviously, like I'm from California. Like I love that. I love Texas. Like I lived in Michigan. Like I lived a little bit of everything. But I feel like Vegas is one of those places, I think, especially if you don't have a gambling problem, addiction problems, things like that.
You can make it.
You can do so many amazing things here. And this has been a place where I've been able to explore so many different avenues of life. I've met so many different people, amazing people. And it's interesting because obviously for women, it's a lot easier, I feel like, in that aspect to kind of find things. Vegas is definitely a, women's place, especially if you're an attractive female. Yep. But I love hearing stories of, men moving here. And it's changed their whole life. And different things are happening and you're like, damn, like, this is home. This becomes, home for you now.
I agree. Vegas changed my life. I'm not gonna lie. I used to go to every city. I was in Atlanta for a while. Me and my boys, we would just rent out like hotels for like 30 days and we'll just be out there doing music, trapping, whatever it was. We would state to state, but I always ran back to New York. That's when I had, I had a relationship out there and, had a good woman. So it was great, but nothing really wanted me. I never wanted to move anywhere except when I moved to Vegas. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave.
I feel like Vegas can do that to people. It's an addiction on its own. But that's even, living different places, you find things. There are certain places, like for me, I would move out the country in a minute. Like in a second. There are so many places that I visit that I'm like, I would move there right now.
Right. What's the number one place you'll move?
I want to move to Croatia.
Croatia.
Croatia is beautiful. I don't know how, but I always forget the name of this little town. We were there. We were in, why can't I talk? We were in Croatia. We got on a boat. We had to go, because everything, like a bunch of little islands basically connected. There's this one tiny little island. It was, the population was a population of 350. And when I was there, like we were eating food, we went to this little tiny, like small little restaurant. There's obviously a lot of us. We're all sitting there. They prepared this lamb pica dish. The best food ever. But I loved it because even just walking, there's people who live on these boats, and there's people who live on these tiny little houseboats.
Right.
That are just not, I wouldn't even say it's a houseboat. It's not even a houseboat. It's literally just a tiny little boat they turned into their house.
Wow.
But it's a small little boat. It literally is enough to just fit, you know, I seen a husband and wife there. They looked so peaceful, so happy. I saw other people who were just living on their boats basically there. Yeah. And I loved how, you know, beautiful it was too.
Are you a water baby?
Yes. Yeah. I love water.
What's your sign?
I'm an Aries, but I love water.
Aries.
Yeah, fire. Spicy.
I'm scared of Aries.
Oh, we are the scariest, most amazing, beautiful.
Out of all the zodiacs, I'm scared of Aries, bro. I ain't even going. Aries women.
But why? Like, what makes you scared? I'm gonna tell you this.
Wait, your birthday's when?
March 29th. I'm in March Aries.
I'm definitely scared of her. I'm not gonna say why too much, but all I know is that.
Give me a few little key points. I'm gonna tell you if it's true.
Aries is like this. They'll love the shit out of you, right? And after that, they gonna hate the fuck out of you.
If you make me hate you, then I hate you.
But it can't go. It's like us Scorpios, we forgiving. We'll forgive you for doing some bullshit, but Aries ain't even forgiving you.
I don't know if that's necessarily true for me. I feel like I forgive, I won't forget though. Yeah. Like I'll forgive you. Like I'm very big on like forgiveness. I'm very big on just kind of removing myself from like situations and being like, you know what, like, cause but I also think I'm just not a very grudgeful person, but I used to be.
Okay.
I used to hold so much.
You healed yourself.
Anger, animosity, everything. Like I used to hold so much inside of me, and I would want to take it out on everybody. And I feel like now, like that's not who I am as a person. Now I feel like for me, like I don't really, even if I don't like you, if something bad happens to you, like it is what it is. That's on you.
Right.
But for me, I'm not gonna wish bad on you. Like I want you to still do well. And for me, I'm also one of those people that if I ever loved you, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a relationship, whatever the situation is, if I ever loved you, no matter what, I still have some sort of love for you. I don't want to see something like terrible happen to you. Okay. But at the same time, fuck you.
Good everything.
But I'm also still
fuck you.
And I'm more like I don't want to like I'm not gonna harm anyone. I might do some little petty shit here and there to just let you know like, hey, I hope you're thinking about me and I hope this hurts your feelings.
Right.
But I'm not gonna like do it. And in the moment of anger.
Right. It's different, right?
In the moment of anger.
Fire, man.
Once you get me there, but you have to get me there. Once you get me there, I'm burning your house down.
Yeah, it probably take you a while.
It takes me a lot to get me to there, but like if you sit there and you just keep pushing that button. Yeah. You want to keep doing it. It's like that. You know that match when sometimes you go to strike a match and it just won't strike. Yeah. That's how it is. I'm sitting there trying. Yeah. And then sooner or later I'm thinking about giving up, but then it just keeps going and get me there. Dropping it.
Burning it.
Drop it. I'm burning everything down.
Leave the left eye.
Yep.
I'm scared of her.
But I just I'm a lover. I'm a lover girl.
Nah, yeah. Aries are lovers, but you know, until you get on the bad side. But that's what's up.
Especially when I'm loved. When I'm loved, I want to love, and I'm just like, oh, here, have it all. Even before that, like, until someone shows me that I shouldn't care about you or love you, I will love everybody, any person who's there.
That's good.
You're
you're a good person.
I'm a great person.
You're a great person.
It's probably the Aries and the little cocky. I'm a great person. I know. Perfect.
But one thing about Aries is y'all some strong ass people though. Y'all some strong people. So I'll give you that. We need strong women in our lives.
Man, I have been through a lot of shit. Yeah. So, I don't know. But we are gonna take a little break. Right. We can go, chill. I'm gonna have a little cocktail. Yep. If you need to live your life, do whatever you only got a few minutes though. Don't go live your life too far.
No, not too far.
But we're going to cut there for a little bit, and then we'll be back with you guys. And we're going to play the game a little bit more because I think I'm going to have some more questions for him once we start this game because I think they get real good in a second.
Yeah, let's get it.
But for now, see you guys soon.
See you in a minute.
All right, guys. We are back from just a little breaky break. Yes, so, I have some more fun questions, but honestly, I have other questions that I decided that are more important. But I do want to know this one because there's like two of them that I really want to know. Okay. Because we were kind of debating it before. Okay. Would you rather empty a swimming pool using just a spoon or get in a little kiddie pool with a jellyfish?
I gotta get in with the jellyfish.
With a jellyfish?
Yeah, because you know how long it'll take you to get water out of the pool with a spoon?
If you get stung, someone will just have to pee on you. You might be into that, but
Nah, I'm not into that.
But I'm saying someone might have to.
Other way around.
You want to pee on someone? Little R.
Not
Kelly?
Not
you
now.
little R. Kelly?
Not now. Not now. But you know, back in the day.
Okay, I want to know that. I would get into it with the jellyfish. I love jellyfish.
Yeah, jellyfish.
I've been in like the middle of the ocean and I sit there and like, so depending on like when we were in Aruba and stuff, like they'll pick up the jellyfish and in Antigua and you just get the little pet the little thing.
Right.
And I'm like, and it didn't sting them.
No.
So now I did it, and there's a little thing. There's like one of the spots that we went to.
Yeah.
They had these like tiny little jellyfish that were like that big.
Hmm.
And so I would
like
love a little
jellyfish.
jelly.
I'll be going to like the aquariums and you see the tanks with all the jellies.
They're so cute to me.
I love that. I'll be standing by it.
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Oh
I wanna.
I love jellyfish.
I think they're super cute. I would get a pet jellyfish, honestly.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I don't know.
They light up the ocean.
They do, but I don't know.
They're the light.
I don't know, like with a pet jellyfish, like what that would be like. I saw one video. Some girl got jellyfish sent to her, something. And they were like all dead or something when they got there. That made me really sad.
Yeah, because they gotta live in certain type of waters.
Who knows? Okay.
Right.
Okay, so this one too. Well, first, who's your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush?
Like, who's someone that you just been crushing on? Like, oh.
I used to like Ruby Rose. I'm not gonna lie. You know, she beautiful.
I can see that.
She beautiful.
I can see that.
But now, I don't know. I gotta look at my Instagram. I forget. You know what I'm saying? Only unless I see them on Instagram, it's nothing that comes to the top of the head. But you know,
that's fine. Well, you gave me one answer. Okay.
I used to love Keisha Cole too, but you know, she talking to Antonio Brown, and she got a man.
Oh.
Honcho.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on over there. Yeah. Keisha Cole, what you doing?
Keisha Cole, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I kind of want to know too.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's beautiful. So,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I love Keisha.
But anyways, so with that being said, would you rather clog the toilet on a first date with just, anyone? Or would you rather go to your celebrity crush's house and clog their toilet? Your life cut off right at the right time. I'm glad because people are going to be like, I want to know.
First date.
On a first date.
On a first date. We ain't fucking up the celebrity crush, you know what I mean? We ain't doing that.
I get that. Okay, so anyways, I guess I'll stop with the questions. But I know you have so many different new things coming. Yeah, I know you did something with like Coca-Cola recently. You have like your Block Boy stuff. Like, what else do you got going on?
Well, right now I'm just putting together, all the interviews for all the work that I have done, like from the music I've done. I just got off tour not too long ago, probably like a year ago. I was on tour with Onyx. We toured to South America. I had my first celebrity boxing match, which was dope. So I'm undefeated right now.
I know. I was gonna ask you about that.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll talk about that then. But more or less, like I'm just putting music together for a lot of the things that I've been through in 2024. It's been a rough year for 24. So I lost. I lost my child's mother. I'm a single father. My other baby mom wound up, she got sick, and I had to stay in the hospital with her for 7 days to help her. And then she wound up moving. So when she moved, my son had to move. My other son had to move with her. So I've just been through like a lot of different traumatic experiences.
It sounds like, and especially too, like not even just for you, for your kids.
Yeah.
I always feel more for, kids. Like obviously, like I'm sure, no matter what, there was some sort of emotion there for you, whatever. But kids, I feel like anytime kids are involved, that's hard, that's painful.
Yeah. Because I had kids late in life and stuff, and so I really do all this stuff for my kids. Like,
How many kids do you have?
I got 3 kids. Yeah, I got 3. So I'm one I raised, the other 2 is by me, and I just love children. I think they are the future of the world. They deserve the best. I was a kid once, and I ain't have I had a great childhood, but I was forced to grow up early in life. So I always try to make my kids have the best life that they could possibly have.
Which is a great thing. I feel like that's what most people who have kids do it for. Not everyone.
Right.
There's another episode you'll have to watch. Definitely some people should not have kids, but
Right.
Nonetheless, like I feel like even I've seen people who may not be the greatest people,
Right.
but they find ways to make sure their kids have great lives. I've seen people who shouldn't have kids, like all of it, And I feel like that's a beautiful thing, like for you to, you know, be able to be that father that you need to be there for your kids.
Right.
And especially with everything, you know, from last year that they were going through, that's heartbreaking. That's a lot in general. And I can only imagine, like, you got to hold your own emotions together while still holding their emotions together.
Right.
Raising them, you have to still show them, you know, whatever the strongest part is and everything else for them too.
Yeah.
So that's a huge thing.
Kids absorb everything. So, you know, and then, like, you know, when you in the entertainment business and then you know, you running around and doing all this stuff, but there's another parent there to hold it down, you know, it's easy to get away with things. But when you're the only parent and then he's watching everything that you're doing, you got to be very mindful because the kids absorb things differently. You don't want to, you know, spoil their childhood.
Yeah. And I'm sure too, like, you know, different lifestyles, different things that are happening. And then on top of that too, I'm sure just having that support system around you to be able to help you, like, that, all of that can be a lot. And it's too, you never know, you know, when you're not home or what's happening, you don't know exactly what other people are doing around your kids. Like, whatever. No matter what, even when there's another parent around, it's just like you still just don't know. And when you say they absorb it all, they absorb it all. There's things that I remember from, you know, my childhood, I'm sure you do too, that I'm just like,
can't forget it.
Why would you guys let me? Speaking of that,
Right.
Speaking of childhoods and stuff, all right, I do got one more question.
Okay.
Let me make sure. So, would you rather walk in on your parents having sex or your parents walk in on you having sex?
Well, my parents really never been together, so I don't think I'm ever going to walk in on them. But my mom has walked on me having sex before. And the crazy thing about it was with 2 girls.
At least you know.
It was 2 girls, and, you know, it was fun. But my mom didn't think so.
So you're like, oh, it is what it is.
Yeah, I couldn't do nothing. She just gave me that look, like, you know, my mom was a single mom, so, you know, I was just that boy who was doing mischievous things and stuff like that. And I'm a Scorpio, so, you know, freak side come out sometimes. And, you know, these were the 2 baddest girls in the school. Bad, you know?
How old were you?
Probably like 18, 19.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was years ago.
That makes sense. That was a while ago.
It was like I wanted to link these girls up so bad, and then we linked up, and it just turned to a hell of a night.
I feel like sometimes it's just supposed to be like a natural thing. I feel like sometimes for people like
rockstar life.
Yeah, just slip. No wonder you made you made your life the way it is. You were like, I need some more excitement. Keep the excitement coming in my life. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good life, man. It was fun, but I don't get too wild. Like, I do wild stuff, but it's not like over the top where I'm running down a rabbit hole and can't get out, you know?
Well, it's about balance. I feel like so many people now, especially anybody, when you do have any sort of name or anything that comes with you, a lot of times, you know, you're just like, I'm just going to see how far I can go.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, I think people should be able to live their life, do what you enjoy, do what you want to. But there's also boundaries to it. And sometimes, too, like, what do you want your name to be? And, like, what do you want people to think of you, and, you know, out here? Like, what do you want people to know you as? What do you want people to think of you as? Yeah. And I think that that's, like, a big part of it.
Right. I mean, when you get older, you kind of want to, you know, you get more mature, you kind of just want to set a tone or a legacy. Me personally, I want to set a tone, a legacy, and, you know, let people remember you for, you know, because, I mean, listen, we could sit here and talk about all the crazy stuff. There's been a lot of crazy stuff, but, I mean, God has blessed me to still be here to talk about it, but, you know, I've been through the fire.
Yeah.
I done burnt and came back out with no scathes.
Trying to figure out that's
unscathed.
That's the protection though. Like, I feel like, you know, God will protect you from what it is, and it's you know, guardian angels, whatever. Even if people don't believe in God, like, whatever your belief is, like, there's something that protects you. Yeah. And I think that's a beautiful thing because it tells you a lot about, I feel like, someone's, you know, soul deep down, like things like that. Right. Because a lot of times we don't know what people are going through. We don't know what people have been through. There's been so many things. There's been so many moments that I should not be here. Yeah. In life, and I think about that all the time. I'm like, you know, what was it that's different? And there's even points in times, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I emotionally, you know, I was in a really dark place at one point, and I was just like, I don't want to be here. Like, I feel like I've been through so much, and some of the things that I've dealt with my parents and people around me that I don't think I'd ever actually, you know, harm myself in that sense. But I feel like there's been moments where I felt like I wanted to. Yeah. And I feel like we all have certain things, and there's even been times where I feel like I was real close, but it's just because of my childhood and things that I've seen and been through you know, we find those things to like how to heal from them and do it.
Right.
Now I look back and I'm like, dang, like now that I'm, you know, healed more, I wouldn't say I'm completely healed. I will never,
Yeah.
but I would say that
still
there's so
working
many
on it.
healing things that are happening, and I feel like we find those things, and all of those things that the fire didn't take us out, and all of those things that we were protected from for some reason,
Right.
now make us who we are, to where you're able to do that. And I'm sure for you, give that to your kids. You're able to, you know, show your kids a different thing and make them see so many different love, light, healing within them too. Like we do it for our friendships and everything. So I can only imagine the things that you're able from everything, like to teach someone else.
Right.
Like that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. When you come out of that fire and you self-healing, or if it's a person that's trying to heal you, as long as you listen to the calling, that's all that matter, you know? 'Cause we all have that, you know, that deep, dark thought in our head that make us either not want to be here or we want to give up. But, you know, you got to understand what God put you here for, or what your purpose is, or what the ancestors is root. You know, you have people that was here before you that paved the way. So you always got to continue the journey, especially as a male, you know. And you know, I'm the only, like, you know, my name is Irv, but my last name is Irvin. So that's why they call me Irv. But it's more or less like I'm the only person that can lead my bloodline, the Irvin bloodline, you know, to where it need to be. Everybody else is not here, you know.
Yeah. Do you have boys or girls?
I have 2 boys.
2 boys.
Yes, and 1 girl.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good though too. You'll be able to, you know, lead them to the right path to keep that going.
Yeah.
Which is, again, your legacy. Everything else will continue. So that's a beautiful thing, and especially if you're the only one left from everything before you to be able to do that.
Right.
Like I wonder, you know, when it makes sense, like now, like when you think back on like back in the day when people were like, you must have a boy, you must have a boy. Now I think the world is changing a little bit to where, you know, girls are doing this, and even like my sister, my nephew has, you know, my dad's name, my dad's last name, like doesn't have his father's last name, all of that. My nephew will never, you know, he doesn't want to change it. He doesn't ever plan to, like all of that. Sometimes I think things like that are also like beautiful. I feel like women are starting to become to the point where they can do it. But of course, like in life, that's never what it was.
Right.
And I even think about it too, like you know, obviously I've been married, whatever. Could have changed my name back. But I feel like as women, still to this day, we don't get to really take that. You may be able to say like, oh, this person's family this, you know, or, oh, you know, my family gave this to my kids, whatever. But at the end of the day, no one's going to remember it in that sense. And I don't know what country it is, but there is a country like where they hyphenate the name. They get the middle name of is the last name of their mother or something like that, which I thought that was pretty cool. But I definitely feel like, you know, now, especially like for you, you get to take that on, give it to your boys. If you would have had girls, you would have been like, dang, how are you going to do this? You never know though. Now, girls are, I've met one man who took their wife's name. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't want my partner to. I'd be like,
Take the wife's name.
Yeah, he took his wife's name. He hated his last name. He also was born into a family that wasn't the greatest.
Okay.
And he took his wife's last name, but her family too, like, welcomed him in with everything. You know, now he's literally, they had all girls. He's now going to take on their legacy. Like, I guess they were high school sweethearts and stuff. So it makes sense to an extent.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it, but
Me neither.
But you know.
Me neither. You take my last name, girl.
I feel like that's what it is. Like, for me, like, I would be like, give it to me. Give me your last name. And again, I've been married, so now I'm like, come on, future husband, change my last name again.
Change it, right?
Change it again. Or, for a long time, like, this is going to sound so dumb, I wanted to change my name to Charlize, by the way. Like, legally, I wanted my name to be Charlize, by the way. So then when people ask me, they're like, oh, what's your name? Charlize, by the way. What's your full name? Charlize, by the way. Like, I wanted to just do it.
Keep them.
Like, I know that sounds so dumb. I looked into doing it. Like, I wanted to do that for so long because, like, the way I've always looked at it is when I get married, like, I'm going to take my husband's name. So why not have a little fun?
Your last name's going to be by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want.
They might give you shit for that.
Which I want to.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm like, now I'm like, after I got, divorced, I was like, maybe I should do this.
Miss By the Way.
Yeah.
Call you Miss By the Way.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, when people ask me, like, it'd be a fun topic.
Funny, right?
I wanted
She's
that for
fun.
so long. Like, I wanted that for so long. Like, now, like, obviously I didn't do it.
I took my mother's last name. When I think about it, I didn't take my father's last name.
I feel like you never know. I look at my family. So, like, on my dad's side, we have some Haynes and we have some Kasi. And I know there's a lot of discussion. Honestly, I've asked my dad a little bit.
Which one you took?
So when I was born, I was Kasi.
Kasi?
Yeah. But my dad has gone by both. Okay. So it's like I've kind of seen different, and like in our family, it's like you see some Kasis, you see some Haynes.
Right.
I don't know which one is even the original at this point.
Right.
I don't even know. Dad, if you're watching this, can you tell me which one is which is the original? Like, what is this? Like, I feel like I've probably been told at some point.
Right.
But I just, whatever. But I want to know.
I like the Kasi for you.
I like the Kasi for me. Yeah. Like, I loved it.
Haynes sounds like a lawyer's name. Miss
Haynes. I honestly, so funny thing is I would have been a lawyer. Like, I wanted to either go to law school or I wanted to model. But my ultimate goal since I was a kid that I've always said is I just wanted to be a mom.
Mom?
Mm-hmm. Oh. I always wanted to be a wife and a mother. I didn't really care about everything else. And like still to this day, like I always laugh like
I wish more women do it like that.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like I'm made to be I don't think I'm made to be a working woman. Like I work hard. Like don't get it twisted. I work hard. I've run businesses. I've done a bunch of stuff. I've helped do all of this. But I feel like I'm supposed to help run my man's business. Like I'm supposed to help my husband, do that. I'm supposed to raise my kids. I'm supposed to go home and be at home. I want to make sure like they're, you have food on the table, cook, clean, do everything. Like that's what I feel like I'm supposed to do with life. Damn. And I truly believe that. And I say that, regularly to everyone. Anyone who knows me knows that that's how I feel about life.
Okay.
Like I truly feel like I'm meant to just be.
Ladies, take notes.
A wife and a mother. I even like live my life. Like don't get me wrong. Anytime I do something, I do it very. Like I put all of my care, my life into it, all of that. But I always say like I won't do this if it can interfere with that. Right. And so even like I used to be in the salon all the time. I run a OnlyFans management business on my phone. Oh, okay. I love that. I do that, and then on top of that too, like I do go into the salon. I used to be in the salon every single day. Mm-hmm. But for me, doing hair and makeup. I mostly did extensions, color corrections.
I used to work in a barbershop.
The things that bring me the most money.
Yeah, I like doing hair.
I love it. No, it's sanity for me. But I know that I would never take the time to be in the salon all the time because I know that the person that I marry and everything is not going to want me to do that.
Right.
And again, I don't want to sit there and put all of this thing and then have to tell my clients, hey guys, like I have my client, I still have my client, like a good number of clients, but for me, I don't want to have to tell people I'm not going to do this because I just need to be focused on my family and whatever. Right. Because I know whoever I'm going to be with is going to want that already because it's going to be someone who's going to have they're going to have the same wants for me, for our life. And for me, I'm very traditional in that sense. Like I want to do that. Right. So I think that's like a huge thing with a lot of people. And it's like doing it. And that was like a healing thing too. Like I always knew that was what it was. There was a point in time where I was like, I have to be this strong, independent woman for this. And even when I, got divorced, like I still worked hard. My little brother, I had, custody of him when he was with me, worked hard to, make sure he was good. I still do. My home now, like he still lives there. And now he's 18 now and he wanted to do the whole 18 now thing. Right. So I definitely have made, make him do a little, you're going to pay rent. You want to act like this, you're going to pay rent. You're going to do this. But at the same time, I still make sure he's good, food, whatever. Like if he needed something, if he called me right now, I'd make sure he had it. But I've been that strong woman as well. But I also,
that Aries.
I'm not living. I will not. And if a man thinks I'm going to, no. So if my man thinks I'm gonna do that, the answer is no. Yeah. You better figure it out. Right. Because it's not me.
See, strong-minded. Baby.
Not doing it.
Strong-minded.
And
that's
so I feel like that. But I think that's part of like the healing process for me. I don't even know how we got on that topic.
She got to come to the healing hospital. We got to give her some more healing.
I will literally. I love that. I have like different crystals. I have crystals that I've had for different journeys. One of the things like I realized like in my marriage too, like when that was over, one of the crystals I put in his car, he sold that car. Every other car, he replaced it, put it back into the new car. But then at one point, once it was kind of done, I realized that I have his crystal and he has one of mine of the same one. He has it.
Which color is it? What color is it?
It's orange with like red in it. I think it's a. Why am I forgetting? It's good for like travel. He used to always be on the road and stuff.
Traveling? Is it carnelian?
Yes. Yes. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. But I had bought 3 of them. The day that I got them, for some reason I looked at them, I loved them. Yeah. They were just meant for me. Right. I got 3 of them. I got him one. I, put it in his car. Like I said, he transferred it to every single car. And then at one point, so his had 2 dots in the middle of it. and mine only had one with like a long line in it, like in the way that it was done. And I realized when I came back here, I had two of them now, because I had one that I kept in my car and then I had one that I would keep in my purse. I had the one that I would keep in my purse, and I had his in my bag.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't no longer in his car. So I knew, like, for me, like, that was it. That was, like,
that was it.
It done. Like, I felt like that was kind of a sign. I don't necessarily think he put it there.
No.
I don't think he did. I think it just somehow ended up there for whatever reason. I know I didn't take it out of there. I know when he switched cars, maybe I found it somewhere. Maybe it was in another bag, or he put it in something else. Who knows? But I feel like now, like, looking back on it, that was probably
like the sign. Yeah, yeah.
That it was
just
do
be signs like that. It's over.
Get it. Go.
Yeah. I messed up one of my signs of my relationship. I was playing around, though, and I wrote a letter. They'll tell you, when you write stuff, I mean, that shit means something. And I wrote a letter, and I was, like, telling them I'm leaving you. And then I left it for them. So they, like, took that picture, but I was being petty, you know?
Being petty, yeah.
I was being petty because, whatever they was doing, I was just trying to get their attention. And then when I wrote the letter, I eventually burnt the letter and ripped it up, but we wound up separating because of that letter.
Sometimes I won't write things if I don't want them to happen. And that's even too, like, I'm very big on, in my notes, I recently went through and deleted them, but, I typically will type out my emotions towards stuff. I don't ever type, like, I don't want to be with this person, anything like that, but I'll type my emotions with friendships, whatever I'm feeling. And I notice for me, certain things that I say in there, like, I want clarity for this and that. Next thing you know, something's happening. I'm like, okay. Let's
be careful what you write down. And, like,
sometimes you need it, though. Sometimes I feel like we need it. But there's been times. I think at one point I got a message from, like, my ex-husband at one point. I think he wrote something, and I found it in a notebook. He was, like, keeping track of different stuff, whatever. I found it in a notebook, and everything that he had written in there was happening.
Really? Oh, wow. Yeah, you gotta be careful what you write, man. You summon it
into you.
Summoning shit, man.
Yeah, I don't want to.
That's why I be careful what I write in my music. Like, a lot of my music is just writing about, shit I've been through, or, just a lifestyle type shit, or something that's gonna encourage the people. I don't really talk about killing people and drilling and stuff like that, because I ain't really doing that.
It's entertaining for people. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, and let's be real, a lot of rappers, a lot of singers who are singing about certain stuff, they've never done it, never been through it, whatever. And, like, I get it. It's entertaining. It's this. Like, I understand we want that. But not everything needs to be a viral moment.
It don't need to be talked about. Like, I've been through every situation in life possible. Like,
it doesn't always need to come back.
I don't even talk about that type of shit.
But why do you need to? Like, what do you want that in your life for?
I don't. Personally, I don't. I like to have fun.
People, like, why? Why do you want to do this?
Because a lot of people come from a low vibrational or low state, I'm in school right now, so I'm writing about this type of stuff. Like,
what are you in school for?
I'm saying? I'm in school for business, finance, and psychology. And just to do it because it was just, I'm with my son all the time. So I put myself through college right now, and I got straight A's. I've never been to school, so I'm like,
good job.
I'm like, let me challenge myself right now to see if, I'm at Walden University. It's a good school.
You're gonna do it. It's gonna come. Yeah. You're gonna graduate. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I want to get that feeling, like a graduation cap.
You graduated the cap.
Yeah, I want to get that.
So. I get that. I love that.
Right.
But I know we're having a great time.
Right.
I want to go eat food. I want to go do some things with my life today.
Do it.
I feel like I've had a long day. I'm sure you want to go and find something else other than hanging out with me, even though I know it's so much fun.
Yeah, we had a blast.
Had a blast. I know, but.
We didn't get too crazy. We didn't talk about too much craziness.
No, but honestly, there were certain things that I thought were gonna create, and then I was just like, actually, no. It just is what it is.
That's all right. That's all.
So why?
Today's Monday.
Today's Monday. It's a Monday.
Oh yeah, it's a Monday. Mondays, baby. So
Mondays.
We gotta go get to the money later. That's what we want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get to spending money.
She gonna spend it.
I'm gonna spend it.
She gonna spend it. I'm gonna go get it.
I'm gonna go spend it on money.
I'm gonna go get it.
But. It was great talking to you.
It was great. Our pleasure, man.
So what advice would you give anyone who's listening right now? What do you want people to know about you? And then, of course, I know you gave them your Instagram earlier, but it don't hurt to repeat yourself.
All right, well, y'all already know it's your boy Irv Da God, man. What up, world? IRV_DA_GOD. And I just want to tell everybody, man, right now we living in a crazy world, crazy society. So I want y'all to all just, keep your prayers up, you know, talk to your higher selves, you know, beat the oppression, because, you know, it's a lot of negativity, but it's only because it's going to be greater later, you know what I mean? You know, I talk to God every day, I see the future, and I'm always going to say it's going to be great in the future. So make sure y'all stay true to yourselves, stay blessed, and love people, man, and your little ones, man. Take care of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to what you see on TV. Everything you see is not real. Man, keep it 100 with yourself, and then the rest is history. Let's get it. Yeah.
That was perfect. That was inspirational for me. All right, guys, as you guys know, this was Charlize Will Figure It Out. I think we figured him out quite a bit, actually. I wasn't sure at the beginning, you know, what exactly we were going to figure out, but I think we figured it out just a little bit. I at least did. I learned a lot more, and I hope that you guys did too. And I can't wait to see you guys again and talk to you and chat with you. So much fun stuff, crazy stuff, everything is going to be coming out. So, of course, go and follow, like, and subscribe. And then also make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Charlize Will Figure It Out. And you can follow my personal one at Is It Charlize. But that's it for now. And yeah, I guess I'll miss you guys.
We out of here.
Bye.